Oh, and then David Luiz. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry that I didn't get some player reviews out for you guys in regards to players like Luis Suarez's Player of the Month card. I've reached my final account threshold in regards to the PlayStation account, so I've messaged some dudes to see if I could just get my PlayStation to be unlimited, because I understand why they put a limit on the accounts, because of people like making multiple accounts to do the trading coin thing or whatever. But because one of my homies does most of the cards in the game, I am going to be trying out Flashback David Luiz. So this is going to be very, very interesting for me, because I want to see if he rocks a 4-2-3-1 of any sorts. I think he uses the same things that I usually do, is like very, very generic stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and use his 4-2-3-1, which is the attacking one, which is good. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a card here that is around 500k for a center back. Now, I am a firm believer that if you have cards in your game and someone grinds your game enough, you should be able to unlock all your cards, right? I understand why he's 500k, because if you look at these stats are ridiculous for a player that is a team of the year, team of the season, whatever, meta-oriented center back. Like, I understand that completely, but in the current format of the game, this card right here is only available to people who use the market or utilize the market or spend a lot of money on FIFA points, which for me personally, I don't like, because, you should be able to play the game to unlock stuff as well if you play enough of it. Like if I have 6,000 games played and all legit too, if your game is formatted a certain way, these cards should be attainable, but it is what it is. We're going to be taking a look at this card, whether or not it's worth it for you guys, because I know that some of you guys utilize the market. I know some of you guys use these untradeable cards and whatnot. So that's what we're going to be looking at, whether it's worth you guys doing the SBC in that regard. Now, the card is good. There's not going to be any ifs, ands, or buts, right? We're looking at a card that essentially has everything for you, right? And the fact that, he has the dribbling and composure is going to be a huge plus in the card. But let's look at all the specifics first, right? We're looking at someone who has 15 and 10 for acceleration sprint speed boost, right, with the shadow chemistry style. He does not require the physical boost because he already has physical. The stamina being 72, people look at stamina sometimes on center backs and it's like, oh, but the stamina is too low. It's really not. It's a center back that stays back while attacking. The only time that stamina is really a relevant thing is when you take a corner kick and then they come back on defense. For me, in general, my corner kicks are set to 1 because you don't really often score from corner kicks, and I would rather never go or never allow my opponent to go on the counterattack, right? So it's not really an issue in general, right? We're looking at someone that can shoot the ball when given the opportunity. No matter what, guys, even for a center back, if a center back can open up the space for himself and shoot in an okay manner that has 64 finishing, 94 shot power, long shots, it's just a beneficial thing to have. Even if he has a 90 composure, it's just always very, very nice to have. But his defensive stats are unbelievable as base stats, because that's what we have to look at the most with these cards. It's always the base stats first and then the upgrades, because base stats is the most relevant. And then he already has physical. So ladies and gentlemen, this card is going to be good. He's going to be able to dribble for you. He's going to be able to pass for you, because passing is also a huge thing. It's dribbling and passing, because I was using Sol Campbell's card, the icon swaps, and I don't recommend getting that card because his dribbling is 50-something. I would never on anyone's soul would I ever tell him to use a center back that has that type of dribbling, because as you guys know, if you guys are winning a game like 1-0, 2-0, you guys know that the last minutes of the game, sometimes when when they're abusing that high pressure tactic as well, like where every single player is marked, your Sol Campbell's not going to be able to move, so you need someone that's going to be able to move, right? So I'm really interested in trying out this card. I'm going to play the game generically. I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, I want him to attack against me. I want to see how he moves when I play the game generically. So I'm thinking like 3 or 4 games, hopefully, unless I have one game where the guy is just pretty decent. He just keeps attacking and David Luiz is just being a god. But that's how we're going to try him out, right? So we're going to be using him in the left center back position. He does not have a 4-star weak foot, and neither does Marquinhos. So if he had a 4-star weak foot, I would, well, it doesn't really matter anymore, but if he's left-footed, I would have him on the left side, right foot on the right side, just so I can make those better passes on the outside. So let's go ahead and get into a game and see how he plays. Interesting matchup for me. We should get a good game here. Oh, it's a nice pass already. I already like his card, man. 3-star weak foot, great passing stats. Just simple stuff like that, like being able to, you know, stretch the play like that. It's very, very helpful, man. Oh, look at that from David Luiz. Beautiful defending right there from him. Okay, Acuna opens up the space for himself. Nice little 3-star weak-footed shot. Goes into the back of the net. Oh my god, this David Luiz card's freaking crazy, man. Dude, he's able to win a header from behind the player like that. Great jumping stats, great physical stats. Yeah, he hasn't put a foot wrong so far. Oh, and then David Luiz. David Luiz in his first game is just an absolute monster. Wow, I've never scored a header like that from a corner kick. You guys know corner kicks are not that effective, and we're gonna get a rage quit out of it. Nice little angle he worked right there with Lautaro Martinez. Nice little fake shot. All we had to do was just get that little power strike on, and he got the near post shot there. Oh, here's David Luiz with his crazy transitioning. I can already tell his transitioning is god tier. Like, I pushed out of position there, which is why it gave him that little angle or that little bit of space to score that opportunity, but very, very good transitioning with him there. Like, it's obvious, too, because his agility is like a 72 or something, right? With like 60-something balance. For center backs, it's actually very, very solid. And because he has good dribbling stats in general, that balance and agility is not really going to hinder from his general dribbling quality. What was that for a pass? I did a ball roll, and then I wanted to get a nice little pass to the top, and he's like, I don't know about that one. Oh, beautiful little goal right there. Nice little angle, do a nice little croqueta. Open up the space. He might be leaving as well, and he does as well. I'm really liking David Luiz's off-the-ball movement so far. Off-the-ball and on-the-ball movement, like, he's fantastic. I had no doubt that this card was going to be very, very good. His general movement is just very solid. And for 500k, it's what the card's going to cost. You know, like, in the current setup of FIFA, it's an unbelievable card so far, honestly. Was that Acuna? Who just shot that? Oh my god, Politano with his left foot just destroyed that ball. Oh my god, David Luiz is so fast. I put him out of position. He's like, I'm back. Alright guys, so far in the center back position, he's unbelievable. Honestly, like, I have no complaints about the card. It's obviously a very, very good card. This 4-2-3-1 tactic right here that he's using is actually very interesting because the players, they kind of like commit on the inside in a very interesting manner. Get into the box for the cross, get into the box for the cross. That kind of makes sense just for the general attacking play. Stay central, get in behind, stay forward. Yeah, this team it's really fun so far. What I am going to do for the next game, though, is I'm going to switch Battaglia to the center back position and use David Luiz as a CDM because with his stats, with medium work rates, we're looking at someone that could potentially be a very, not potentially, he will be a very, very good CDM because medium work rates is a good work rate to have, and his transitioning is obviously very good. His dribbling as a midfielder is not going to be crazy good, but you guys need to remember that I use William Carvalho on my team, and I enjoy using William Carvalho for what he is. So we're going to try the team just like this, and yeah, let's take it from there.
For the hosts, the emphasis very much on the positively. Yeah, very much so.
Oh, so he's more of an attacking-oriented CDM. That's pretty interesting. His positional awareness in regards to stay back while attacking is more attacking-oriented. I like his positioning, though. I like that he starts to transition back there, too.
It's neat passing, confidence on the ball. Martinez.
Opens up the space for us. Good little finish with Lautaro. Yeah, I like his positioning off the pitch, or off the ball, in regards to being in the CDM position. Good little start from him there. He actually might have opened up the pitch for us. He did. Yeah, he's nice there, man. Dude, It's a great card, man. Like, honestly, as a center back, as a CDM, he's just gonna be an absolute monster in any of those positions, in all honesty. All right, guys. So final verdict on the card, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good card, man. There's not really much else to say about it. 480K for it. It's a lot of money, but we're looking at a player that can play in a CDM or center back position for you. As a center back, with this shadow chemistry style, that pace that he has with that defending physical, passing, dribbling boost on his card, he's a very, very good card to use. He's a noticeable presence. You know, when I was like reviewing Michael Essien and I was telling you guys how I didn't really like him, you notice that presence with this card instantly when he's in your team. And that's what you have to look for. If you're going to pay a lot of money, if you're going to exchange icon swaps, whatever it is that you choose to do with these types of cards, right? They have to be noticeable in game. They have to feel like they're special, right? And this card is definitely special. He is very expensive. Like I said, guys, I don't condone the use of FIFA points, but this is just a player view of how the card plays in game. It's unbelievable to use in game. I really enjoy my time with him. And yeah, he would have been a sick card to have in my team too because of Benfica, right? So Liga NOS. But 500K for him is a little bit too steep for me. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.